Isaac and Seth, if you have plants that you can draw, why don't you get it? If not, it doesn't matter. Don't worry. This session, the main theme is plants and things growing, and it's quite an organic, loose theme. So the aim is to have fun and to the aim is to have fun and be experimental, and you might find things that you enjoy more and things that you enjoy a little bit less, and things that you might want to carry on into your own artistic practice. Okay, so we're going to start off with a warm-up, so just to get us going, get us being a bit creative and being kind to ourselves. Oh, what paper's got? So we're going to need a piece of paper that if yours is on a pad, you're going to need to take it off, okay? So we're going to fold our piece of paper in half first, put a crease through the middle, and then we're going to fold again widthways. So you've got 4/4, but not like a box, like that, like a concertina style, okay? Because we're going to make an exquisite corpse, first of all. And that exquisite corpse is inspired by the work of, I've forgotten his name. I can't remember his name. I'll find it. I'll find it. I know I couldn't pronounce it before. So I'm going to send you the reference picture. Plant. So while you're folding your pieces of paper ready, oh no, I haven't got it there. Oh, I didn't save it there. I didn't save it there, but I have it in on my iPad. Here we go. This guy here, this image here, which is called Summer, and it's a portrait of loads of summer vegetables and fruit to create a side portrait of this guy here. So we are going to use this as an influence, and I'm going to look it up in the book because I very cleverly not written. Oh, thank you. Yes, it is. I don't know how to say that. Archimboldo. That's something. So that means he's in the A section of the book, which is even better. Thank you. That's really helpful. Where's he gone? Oh, so professional. Where's he gone? Here he is. Yes. Archimboldo. Giuseppe. I can say Giuseppe. Yes, Summer. That one's a bit better. So we're going to be influenced by that, and we're going to make our portrait using an exquisite corpse style. So I'll show you what I'm getting on with, but ideally you're not going to see what you're doing as you go along. So the first section of your paper, the top one, I want you to draw in that section the forehead of your person. Okay, and the theme for the forehead is going to be, it'll all come together in the end, so trust me. It's going to be leaves. So any type of leaves. So we're going to make a forehead, but we're going to use leaves as our influence. You can take that theme however you want. Your leaves could be the hair, your leaves could be the wrinkles on the head, your forehead could be the shape of a leaf. Go wherever you want with your imagination. Okay, so but only in this top section here. Okay, so we're only going to draw the forehead in this top section here. So don't touch any of these other sections just yet. Okay, and try and draw. My forehead's going to be a bit pointy, I think. Try and draw. So can you see that? The light. Yeah. So the line crosses over the fold a little bit, so you'll be able to see the line, the joining line from the first section. Honestly, it'll all make sense after a while if you haven't done an exquisite corpse before. However, if you have, you will be experienced and you will know my trickery. So yeah, leaves. So leaves. Add colour, add shading, add anything you want to do. This is just a warm up to get us going. And we're going to be a bit influenced by Giuseppe. So I'm not going to say his surname again because I've lost confidence in myself. So forehead, the eyebrows in there as well, wouldn't there? Would there be eyebrows in the forehead? Maybe not. See, your eyebrows might be really high. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So I think I'm going to have a leaf-shaped head and leaf hair as well. Thank you, Sean, for your help. That was really good. Very disappointed in myself that I didn't put the page number in my notes. That is not like me. Okay. So far, I've got a leaf-shaped head, and now I'm making leaf hair. And I don't know if I'm going to have time, because it's a warm-up, I might add colour later. I think I might just concentrate on line and maybe add colour and tone later. Or maybe a fringe. Oh yeah, fringe. Okay, I can see quite a few heads still down, so give you another minute on doing the leaf forehead. Feel free to add colour and texture and shadows as well. My hair, I've got a bit of hair on the top here, so there could be shadows underneath there where the leaves are like resting on the head. But we'll move on quite quickly because this is just a warm up. I think I might, if I like it, I might colour it, add some colour later. Okay, so what did I say next? Okay, so we're going to fold this section away so we can't see it anymore, so we don't see how they all join up together. And I've drawn a little line from the top of the forehead so you can see how the next section joins, because we're now going to do the nose and eyes in the second section. Okay, so and the nose and eyes are going to be inspired by fruit. Okay, so I'm going to give you another quick look at Giuseppe's work. So any fruit you like. Look at his take on this. Oh, and this picture is called Summer. Did I say that? I think I did. And it was made in 1573 using oil. So fruit. Ooh. Ooh. Maybe strawberry eyes. I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for a carrot nose, kind of like a snowman or snow person. I haven't got room for eyebrows. Oh, man.
Was it just eyes and nose in this one?
And eyebrows, if you can fit them in, Henry. I forgot to put enough room for eyebrows, so all fruit themed. Okay, so don't forget some of this face shape, bleed it down slightly into the next quarter so that you can join all your face together. Okay, we'll move on to the next section if that's all right. All right. Okay. Okay, so for the mouth, it's a pea pod. So we're going to fold this one away so we can't see it anymore, so we're not influenced by that. And now we're on our third quarter, and we're going to join that up with the sides of the face. Oh, you might have done a portrait side, I don't know. I've done a face on one. With the mouth of a pea pod. So whatever a pea pod says in your imagination. Okay, Shannon, it wouldn't let me reply to you, but yes, okay. Okay, so we're all making just quick decisions. We're just having fun. We're being creative. Oh, crayons are running out. Maybe that's just me. A pea pod mouth. I've made the peas the teeth. Okay, we'll just do this for another minute. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. Oh, not as pleased with the mouth as I was with the rest, to be honest. Never mind, it's just a warm-up. Okay. So now we've done our chin. No, we haven't done our chin. We've done our mouth. We're going to fold that one away, and now we're on our last quarter of our paper. Don't forget to make it join up with the last bit, and we're going to do a chin. What did I decide the chin was going to be like? Oh, a root vegetable. So a squash, a butternut squash, turnip, carrot. Okay. So yeah. Good. I think mine might be a turnip. So a turnip chin. Very weird ideas. Oh, and a neck as well. Yeah, if you want to add a neck. You've got room for a neck and shoulders. Why not? Okay. Now, if you're happy to and you're ready to, we can do a big reveal and unfold all the pieces of paper, or all your folds, and see what our Giuseppe summer piece inspired warm-up. Oh, you've done it already! Oh, okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Oh, that's really scary. Oh, I hate mine. It's really scary. Oh, it looks demonic. Ooh, look at that nose, Henry. You've got arms as well. Oh, these are brilliant. Ellen, that smile is so good with the pea pods. Brilliant. Oh, I like the eyes. Oh yeah, yours is much better. I like yours. But that's not what it's about. I like everyone else's better. Thank you. That was brilliant, Henry. I like that you've had arms on yours. You've got a big, huge, long head. Excellent. Thank you so much.
Flower arms.
Ah, that makes sense. On brand, Henry. On brand. I like it. Okay, so now we need a new piece of paper because we're feeling thoroughly warmed up. So you can. Oh yeah. There she is. Sean had left us by accident, but now she's back. Evil internet, not working. Where's my paper? Yeah, okay. So what are we doing now? It's not. Oh, there you are, you're back. Yay. Oh, she's stuck. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to concentrate on the outline of a image, and I'm going to send you. I do have this one actually now. I'm going to. Why won't it let me do that? Oh, this chat is broken. Okay, it doesn't matter. So if you haven't got a plant, that's okay. What we're going to concentrate on now, usually I'm very much prattling on about I say drawings don't have an outline. The world, we don't see an outline around things. let's work with tone and texture and shadows. But I'm going to go opposite, because, you know, once you know the rules, you can break the rules. So now we're going to just work on the outline of your plant. Or if you want to, you can draw a bunch of flowers that were dying in my house. So we're just going to focus on of the shape of things. Because really, so we're going to go from much more of an illustrative, cartoony sort of basic feel. Because normally, if you look at anything, there's no black line around it. But we're gonna turn that on its head, just to give us an opportunity to really look at the shape of our object and really think about how it works in relation with each other. So if you haven't got a plant, that's fine. I've got these flowers here. And try and keep them in focus. So we're going to go around the outline. Now I'm going to use Sharpies like I usually do. I don't really like them, to be honest, but it's easier for you guys to see what I'm doing if I use bright colours. So I think I might go with the colours that I'm actually got here. So some pinks, dark purples and things. And I'm just going to concentrate on none of the detail in the middle of your picture of the subject. We're just going to go with the outside shapes, sort of like a contour of it, if that makes any sense. So, oh, it's hard. Oh, it's hard. Why did I pick this? This is hard. So it should end up looking quite abstract. We're just going with the shape of the objects, not the detail within the middle. No shadows. Well, I'm cheating already, actually. So this is what a really quick version that I've got so far of mine. And then what I'm going to do now, and what I'd like you guys to do once you're happy with your first outline, I'd like you to use another colour, or possibly another, if you're using pencil, another type of pencil. So if you're using a HB, for maybe move to a softer pencil and do another outline, but maybe leave a gap between, maybe of a centimetre or so. So the picture develops and evolves a little bit more. So I've done another layer outside, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to follow the contours. So we're mirroring the shape again. And we're going to just keep going and going until you fill the paper. So like our picture, like plants, it evolves and it grows. And you can experiment with the thickness and the thinness of your lines. And then it will just gradually spread all across the picture. And you might have to make different decisions, because certain things might be really small, so you might miss out certain bits, you might add certain bits. So, but just try and enjoy the process of it rather than the final outcome. So I've done 5 layers so far going round, and there's green in this in my flowers from the stem and the leaves. So I think I might add some different greens and maybe some greys, maybe some pencil or some silver, so I can pull all the pictures together and it's coherent in my mind. So be creative with it, experiment, keep looking at your item, see what you think, looking at your plants, see which elements you'd like to bring into your drawing, because this is abstract, so you can't go wrong. It's just a new way of looking at the same object. So this is how mine is developing. It's getting slowly bigger and bigger, and I'm going to aim to fill the whole page with different lines. I think if I wasn't doing this on Zoom and I needed you guys to see what I was doing, I'd probably use a fine liner and then do really, really tight lines and try and keep it as even as possible. So, but you can experiment with your lines. If you're using quite thick pens like me, you might want to go in between some of them with a thinner line, because I don't think I've done some thin lines, but I don't think you can see them on screen. Okay, we'll just spend a few more minutes on this and then we'll move on to the next activity, unless you want to stay on this for a little bit longer. So this is how mine is developing so far. I think what I'm going to do after this, I think I'm going to cut it up and reposition it all together, maybe overlapping them. I'm not sure. And add some more thinner lines, more variants of different types of lines. Maybe use some pencil or something. Okay, so 2 more minutes on this, please. Okay, I'm going to take this away. Okay, Helen. Okay, so if you're happy to, we can all show each other our work, and I'm quite pleased because we've sort of mixed 3 different styles together. We've done a bit of still life work, we've done a bit of experimenting with line, and we've also done a bit of contour work as well. So everyone should be incredibly unique, and if you did this drawing tomorrow, it'd probably be completely different. So it's very much of the time of this moment. Okay, so that's okay, Helen. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, very nice work. I like those oranges and blues together, Ellen. Yeah. Oh, these are brilliant. That's really cool. Thank you, everybody. That's brilliant. Oh, great. That's really fun. Okay. So we're going to go a little bit classic as well. When I thought of plants initially, I thought of Van Gogh and the sunflowers because they're my favourite flowers by far. So do have this Van Gogh book, page 16, and I probably haven't really looked at the other pictures, but I've looked at the sunflower pictures many times. So Van Gogh is a Dutch painter who is quite infamous for his still life sunflowers, and he painted these sunflowers multiple times, and he said they reminded him of summers in the south of France. So I've got some fake ones that I use for drawing workshops, and I'd like us to draw these. If you've got colours, that'd be brilliant. If you haven't, don't worry. I'll crop this up against something so you can see it a little bit better so it fills the screen. I'll put it at an angle a little bit to make it a bit more interesting. So what we're going to do with this still life study is we are going to only use geometric shapes. So I'm going to send you some examples of some shapes to have a look at. Oh, it worked. Oh, I opened this time. It didn't open. Oh, I think it's because it was on fire. Anyway, yes. So I'm going to send you some shapes via the chat if you want to have a look. Oh, file shared successfully. I can also show it you on my iPad here. Where's it gone? Maybe not. Maybe not. There we go. So we're gonna interpret the shapes that you can see on the sunflower, and we're going to make them into geometric shapes. That doesn't mean they all have to have straight lines. You can still use curves, but we're going to really, really break down our interpretations of the leaves. So I think from the leaves and the petals, and can you see any stalk? Maybe not actually. So it's all going to be about looking and reimagining this in a really simple way, but I still want you to use tone. So let me just give a quick example. So say if I'm going to use this bright orange, so hopefully you can see. So say if I went for a cone, let's move that out of the way a bit. Say if we went for a cone, I decided to interpret the petals as a sort of cone shape. I'd still try. So that sort of mirrors the pointed end and the fatness in the middle. But I'd still want a little bit of. I'd still be thinking, well, where's the shadows? Where's the light coming from? I'd still be putting a bit of. So we still want to give it a little slightly 3D effect, even though we're taking a very abstract view. If you were doing a cube, can you see that? No, yeah, so that sort of thing. Oh god, it's really hard drawing upside down. If you were doing, I'll do a different colour for the cube. So you might want to interpret the centre of the sunflower maybe as a cuboid. You might want to start. No, I can't see that. I don't think you can. So you'd start off with your line in the middle and then your diagonal lines, and you'd be still thinking, it's really hard drawing upside down. You'd be still thinking, where's the light coming in from? So if the light's coming in from here, then this side's going to be slightly darker, and you would shade that in, maybe at the same angle, not the way I'm doing it, or cross-hatching, as the lines you've done previously. So we don't want it to be flat, but we want it to be still imaginative, and to just to reinterpret a classic, really, because we've seen well, some people have seen this image many times, but I'd like you to make your own version of it. Okay, so geometric shapes, still life working, inspired by Van Gogh, who also, because he was really interested in texture, and he used oil paint in his a lot of his work. He did drawings as well, but he used really thick paint to try and make the texture of the objects sort of apparent in a 2D way. So let's start then. Pop this back here, and then I won't move it. So there's lots of folds and shapes and lots of interesting things. I think this section here could be quite interesting, and if you've got colours, please use them. Okay, so let's go then. This is really fun. You might want to start off with a pencil to plot it all out, or you might just want to be bold and go straight in with colour and things. It's up to you. I think I might plot mine out. Yeah. So I'm just drawing very faintly with my pencil to try and work out how I want it to look on the page. And then when I'm happy with it, then I'll go in with a bit more detail and maybe rub out bits that I'm not happy with. So even though it's an abstract piece we're making, you still want to be looking and making decisions based on what you can see. And there's a lot of overlapping with the petals and leaves. So think about where your shadows are going to be and try and be consistent as well. As the light is coming in from this direction at the moment, and there's a lot of shadow around as the base of the petals collects around the middle as well. So still be making decisions as you go along, and some things you might change your mind about. But we're trying to be mindful. These leaves, these petals here are a lot bigger in view than the ones here, so you can go for some real drama and shape. And these ones here, they're a little squashed because they're resting on the surface as well. So think about the angles you're going to use and the decisions you're going to make. Now I've started to add some oranges into mine because there's a lot of orange towards the middle of the sunflower. So if I don't think I'll get time, but if I do a background wash sort of colour, I'll probably use a purple because purple is the opposite of yellow and blue is the opposite of orange. So you'll make your picture pop out even more if you decide to add some background colours, because this is how I've got so far. So I'm sort of using pencil crayons at the moment, and I'm cross hatching, which is when you do diagonal lines and then other diagonal lines going over the top to try and create a little bit of texture, which I don't think you'll really be able to see on screen. But but I think mine's going to be quite a slow process to finish, which is fine because everything doesn't have to be quick. So if you wanted to fill it in, and if you wanted to carry this on at home, you could take a screen grab. If you wanted to carry on this after the session, obviously you're at home, you could take a screen grab, or I can send a picture because this is being recorded, so maybe Sinead could help, or I could take a screen grab and send it to you. But you probably plotted it out already, so it's up to you really. Okay, we'll do this for another 10-15 minutes if that's okay, and then we'll carry on with a speedy activity for the last one. So really try and keep looking, fill your page with and think about line, think about tone and shadow, because I don't think I'm going to get anywhere near finishing mine, but I think we're building up layers of colour. Or if you really do feel yours is finished, you could carry on working into something that we've done previously in this session. And I'm trying to build up some shading and shadows with for the leaf. So I'm using 3 different greens and then very lightly colouring in with one and then building it up with the next one, building it up with the next one, so you've got a bit more control. And it looks a little bit more, a little bit less harsh and a little bit more subtle. If you build up slowly, then if there's anything you don't like, it's easier to adapt and rectify rather than if you go in too hard with a dark colour or you press too hard with your pencil crayon or pen or whatever you're using. And don't forget to pull away from your picture and have a look at it from different angles so you can see what you're enjoying, what's working, what you'd like more of. I'm looking at these greens here, and there is a tiny bit of yellow within that green, so I'm going to overlay my yellow onto my green for the highlights. So you guys might want to do that, and it'll give your picture a little bit more depth and a bit more life. And if you vary the mark making you're doing as well, so move your hand in different ways, it will press differently and create more variation. Okay, we'll just do this for another couple of minutes. Is that okay? Is that okay? Okay, great. Okay, so we'll just move on now. So we've got time to do the last section. Is that the way? Blah, 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 blah. Are you ready? Henry's already ready. Excellent. Okay, mine is nowhere near finished. Don't judge me. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Ooh. Wow, Sean. These are so cool. You've got to finish them. You've got to add more colour. Those shadows are amazing. I love it. Ooh, I like those browns. I want to add brown to mine now. Those are so cool. The outlines are brilliant, and the seeds. The Angela, these are brilliant. I like how pointy and jaggedy. Ooh, very traditional. Henry, yours is a growing one. You've taken the. I love how abstract everyone's taken this. Oh, I want to finish mine now. Okay, no, we're moving on. We're moving on. You can finish yours. Okay, so what we're going to do now. Oh, that's fun. We are going to paper. I do have paper here. we're going to do some quick portraits. So you can either draw, divide your paper into quarters with a pencil or by eye, but I'm going to fold mine so I can see where that is. I'm folding it in half first and then in half again, because we're going to draw the same item but 4 times in 4 different styles. And I haven't used my stopwatch the whole time, but it's back. The stopwatch is back, don't worry. So we're going to draw this plant. And I just thought you all should know that the water that I got at the start of the session, I forgot about and knocked on the floor. So I'm dehydrated and I have to clean up water. So, oh, that's not quite high enough. So we're going to draw this plant. I don't know what kind of. Oh no, it's got a thing in it. It's got a thing in it. It's a Dracadina. Yeah. These workshops show that I can't really read very well, but we all have our passions in life. Oh, a bit higher. We can go a bit higher than that. Okay, so hopefully you've divided your piece of paper into 4 equal sections. Oh, we can go higher. We can go higher. I can go higher than this. Oh, no, maybe not too high, because then we won't be able to see the top of the plant. Oh. Queries. Yeah, we might just go for that. No, that's a bit boring though, isn't it? I think you need some of the plant pot in there, don't you? Need something else to bolster it up. More books, more books. Good old Scrabble. Okay, yeah, that's better, isn't it? Okay, yeah, that's better. Okay, so we're gonna use any materials you like. Oh, I've already gone over my time limit. Oh, this is, you know, we're gonna have to go 4 minutes for each one. Actually, I'm that mean. What's the first one we're doing? Oh, a continuous line. We'll do a continuous line. So do not take your pen or pencil off the paper. I would suggest you give yourself a little wrist wobble and a shoulder wobble, because this 4 minutes is going to feel like 4 hours. I'm joking. I'm joking. So we're going to draw this plant here, but I don't know what it's called, 4 minutes, and we're only going to use a continuous line, so we're not taking our pen or pencil off the paper. But if you do, try to go back to the same spot. Okay, so you can go over the same line more than once. You can double back, but we're only using continuous lines. Oh, I've got a pen. Okay, we're going. Okay, you've had 11 seconds. I'm behind you. Okay. I think I might start with the plant pot. You can re-go over lines, which makes them a little thicker possibly, but you can do that on purpose to add texture and shading and stuff. Just because it's a continuous line drawing doesn't mean that we can't add a bit of perspective or make it look like a solid object.
Can we take the pencil off and then choose a different colour, then don't take the pencil off until you finish that?
Oh, Henry, how can I say no to you? You little rebel. Yes, of course. Try and get these shadows that are on either side, so it gives the sense that this the pot plant is curved and circular, and you can make your lines curved to mirror the shape. Help that. Okay, we're halfway through. Now the edges of the leaves are slightly darker, they're red, so you might want to add an extra outline around your pointy leaves. It's up to you. My arm's hurting now. 1 minute. Ten seconds. I had to take my arm off. My arm got tired. And stop. So we're now going to draw this plant using pointillism. So just dots, dots and spots, dots and spots and dots. So again, another quite slightly painful one on the old arms, but you can like stop. So we don't want any repetitive strain disorder. So that's not fun. Okay, so just dots, pointillism. Who did that? Was it Seurat? I think it was Seurat, a French artist, and some other people, obviously. Use as many colours as you like. Closer the dots are together, the more shadow, the more depth of colour there'll be. The further the dots are apart on your picture, the more light and less detail. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Actually quite difficult in 4 minutes, but I believe in us. I think we can do it. So lots of dots. Dot, 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 dot. No, you can't see my dots from here. You can do big spots as well. Might want to outline your shapes first and then start filling in detail afterwards. So I don't know how you like to work. Don't let me dictate to you though. 1 minute has passed. I just realised the plant's shaking quite a lot because of all my dotting, so I'm very sorry. Halfway through. Oh my god, I want to add some red to this because there's some slight red around some of the edges. 30 seconds. Okay, stop. And I just realised that I asked people to bring a plant if they had one. So if you have a plant, please use that one for the next 2 courses. Okay, so we've done our plant just using a continuous line. We've done pointillism, dots and spots. And now we're going to do... should we do it? Well, we've been looking at this plant for a while. And your plant, hopefully you can see. So now we're going to draw for 4 minutes with our eyes closed in our 3rd quarter. So, I mean, I have to open my eyes to check the time, but I won't look at my plant, I promise. In fact, I'll just move it and then no one can see it. I've hidden it from myself, it's fine. So we've been looking at that plant for 8 minutes already, so we should have it embedded in our brains, all the shading, all the colours, all the tones. So we're going to do, that's a calculator, that is not the time. Okay, so 4 minutes, not been able to see. Close your eyes, go. I don't know why I do this one, because I hate it, because I can't see it. It stresses me out. Okay. Promise, I'm not opening my eyes. Well, I'm not looking at the plant anyway, or the drawing. I'd like you to be ambitious as well, and if you've got colours, please change your colours as well. Let's see what happens when you take your hand away from the paper, if you can put it back in the same place. Okay, 1 minute has passed. Well, actually more than a minute. My piece of paper keeps falling off. Okay, 20 more seconds. Oh, no, not 20 more seconds. Yeah, we won't do it. Yeah, 20 more seconds. Henry's eyes are open. I see them. Stop. Okay, and we'll do one in just 1 minute now. We'll do 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to bring it back. And we're only going to do, I was going to say straight lines, but it's mainly straight lines. We'll just do a straight drawing of it. We'll just do a drawing any style you so feel for 1 minute. Okay. Go. I'm so generous. I'm so generous. Okay. I'm really excited to see the ones where everyone wasn't looking. Super quick decisions then. We've only got 1 minute. I want to get the whole planted. Be expressive. Be bold with your marks. "20 seconds left." Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. We are complete. Thank you very much. You can feel really good about yourself for that. You've spent 90 minutes doing well-being, creative activities with people you don't know. You've been social. You've ticked so many boxes today, and I've had a really good time. So thank you so much for joining me. Should we do a reveal? Yeah, I think we should. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, they're so fun. There's a lot of detail in that one, Sean. Yay, these are great. If you can send any of your photographs of any of your work to Sean Ed, that would be fantastic because we're nosy, and seeing them on the screen, it's not quite the same as seeing them properly because we can't see all the detail and stuff. So, and there's a feedback form, so you can say only positive things about me. But I've had a really great time, and it's so nice to see return visitors as well. And I always look forward to these sessions. I'm really lucky to get to do this. So thank you. I hope you've all had a good time and learned something about your style of drawing, or you've been kind to yourself, and it's been fun because it's definitely been for me. So okay, bye now. That's